Oh, baby. You guys know why I'm excited? Because we're about to watch the freaking 2 most amazing, but also most forgotten parkour videos from 12 years ago. And it's 2025. So you do the math. We're going to watch Take Your Time and its spiritual successor, Take Your Life. Actually, let's find out. Which one was made first? I think Take Your Time was made first. Take Your Life, which is also crazy. What the? Wait a dude, did we just laugh at that? So that's why the title is crazy, because YouTube thinks YouTube just put me on a might kill myself hot list. But I'm actually not trying to do that. I'm just trying to watch a parkour video. Take Your 11 years ago. So Take Your Time was made first. Jeez, what a crazy way to start that. Dude, it's got 350,000 views, and it is a legendary collaboration of Pasha Petkuns and I actually don't remember this other guy's name, so we're actually gonna find that out in a sec. And Alexander Zayulev, or as I knew him, Zayulev Alexander. Like, he would just call himself that, but not because I met him personally, just because that's how he would put his videos. I guess I just pretend that I know people sometimes. So this Zayulev was like you can already see the video there. Don't watch that. Watch this. Fuck, let's just go right into it. Zayulev was a legend. He was a Russian legend. So much style. He had really solid tricks. What a fucking. Let's just show the video, dude. They're gonna start with pizza, and you're not gonna believe what happens to that pizza. This guy, hold up. What was his name? Zayulev Alexander. Artem Chernomyrdin. Chernomyrdin. Oh, he's got his Instagram right there. We'll check out his Facebook, I guess. But maybe there's an Instagram connected to that. We'll watch that after. First of all, Artem opens up the video with the nicest reverse to rise full. Look at the way he hit that axis was beautiful. And then this line plays in verse, what the fuck's about to happen? Pasha's sliding on roof coping into a pit flip. It's just delicious. And just something about the tuck and the sweats is so satisfying. I don't know. Pasha had a really aesthetic, huge dive. Pasha had a really aesthetic tuck. Oh, nice con gainer. That first shot was a little bit of a different axis. So look at that. His head is kind of diagonal there. Alfred Scott would have hated that. And there's a video. This might get this video flagged. It's already flagged because the suicide hotline came up, apparently. Can I say that? Hitler hates slanted con gainers. That was a classic video. I don't like Hitler. I don't like Nazis. Video's funny. Okay? So let's move on from that. And then this shot the con gainer straight. So that makes me think that maybe he did. Well, he did do that twice. This was maybe the first time we had ever seen what Pasha called the Ahuyena, or Macaco back. It is such a steezy trick, and he was the only guy doing it at the time. Those side pre's, especially onto metal, and that 360 to front, but not front, 360 to bio 3. So basically bio 7, I guess. And just the perfect amount of B-roll. World first double con gainer, I think. Right? World first double con gainer. Dude, I'm wrong about most of these things, so I'm just gonna be certain, and then people can correct me in the comments. That was, watch it again. 2 things about this one. 1, really nice set on that. Head so far away from the ledge. The other thing, and we were sticklers about nice landings back then, which is why I didn't get a whole lot of shine. I had shitty landings. Well, there was other reasons probably, but that was another reason. It was my landings were shit. He's about to land it. Taxi. So did he? Can we see in the shot before that? Na, 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 na. Did he? Yeah, he rolls. But the taxi, dude. And I wouldn't even say the taxi ruined the shot. It just concealed the landing. And Pasha is just such a gang. Why did they cut here? Why is this 2 cuts? Oh, I just figured it out. Actually, that's why. Maybe because he did it on one of the takes, and then because Pasha's such a creative genius, I'm such a fan of all these guys. Because Pasha's such a creative genius, he didn't do it twice. He would just go into the line. That's probably why. Anyway, I've always wondered why that cut was there. It's like, dude, like why is this? Like why is he wave? And it's another cut. But yeah, that makes sense now. I think I know it. And the way his feet don't touch, Pasha doing a castaway from the hips. That is a good castaway from the hips because this roll, not that one, this one, his feet go underneath the ledge naturally and aesthetically, which leads him, hands are already set to go to the ledge. The nicest castaway from hips ever. Maybe the only one that has made sense in flow without someone just, that's a delicious twist. I'm going to shut, but you know what I mean. 360 dive roll, 2, touch double B. Holy dude. That was such, like, that's a hefty 2-piece. This guy loves those. A little bit more of like a D-leggy axis on that one this time. And such a nice step push. And a little bit, and mixing in some trad parkour. A little concrete. Just to show that he's got it. He's got an aesthetic run too. Look at the way. So there is something to be said for having a nice run. Some athletes have shitty runs and they shouldn't run. Like, I don't like watching them run into stuff. And that was an opinion that I've held for a while. I don't know why I said that. But some athletes had the perfect arm swing, the perfect kind of badger, perfect kind of gorilla run. Just watch the way he runs. It's just nice. He's got, like, let's figure out what's nice about this. I didn't like that early part, for the record. Maybe it's the posture he's got here. Maybe it's the arm swings that they're kind of under control. And here's a step push gainer or tack push gainer. What does he do at the end? Stops because he's done. This always made me wonder, like, hey, where's this spot? Pasha doing some trad tricks. You would never see him doing a double flyaway nowadays. Side flip to the fence. So cool. Even though his foot's kind of on the ground. Like, we had never seen that. And that trick with the tree, it's actually really hard to hit a nice axis with that. His arm's bent too. So he's not just like straight arm and like holding it and kind of riding around his arm. He's hitting the right axis before he grabs the tree. I think before. That was the most Canadian forward. Yeah. Crazy timing on that grab. Artem's actually a superstar in this. I actually forgot Artem was in this. What a steezy way to start a line too. You go first. Okay, let's see what Pasha throws down. Another cut for a costume change. And he did do the jump. He did. Really cool place to put that. Are we going to watch a single line uninterrupted? Probably not. Really nice place to put that backflip. Joe Scandra's doing a lot of those lately. Delicious cork off of that. Like, so this is the era before Pasha went like, okay, that's probably the most off axis Pasha went the entire video. But he had a lot of traditional tricks and still put together in like a flowy and like different and creative way. Crazy Takaraba. Is it Takaraba if it's a 3-6? Dude, that trick just happens out of fucking nowhere. And he Webster's into it. Oh, dude, it's so nice. Into a nice gainer. Oh, dude, I get so excited watching these videos. I feel like a commentator when I watch them. Crazy. Big cat, I think. Splat torn in back then. Out the window. You always gotta wonder when they do lines like this, like, how did they get in there? Like, obviously climb there, but like, what if someone in the building sees maybe it must be abandoned. People don't actually live in those, right? Big dash. Hey, these guys have good base. Now, here's what happens with the pizza, guys. It's gone. You didn't see that coming, did you? Pasha's got a full belly. So, obviously, with the amount of stop and start in that, you know I'm a big fan. There is a video 2 to this series by Alexander Zayulev. I think Pasha's in this one too, because I think he does a huge pin flip in this. Yes, he does. I can't wait to see that. Maybe the best pin flip of all time, or dive push gainer. Really depends. Like, the thing, here's the difference. Hopefully this maybe this will stimulate you. Hopefully this visually stimulates you guys. The difference between a push gainer and a pimp is so minor. So what I know is that a push gainer is off of like a flat wall, like a wall. It can be kind of slanted, whatever. But the second the wall starts to become something that maybe your feet could land on and stay, that's when it becomes a pimp flip. Which, like, pimps, don't celebrate them. Pimp, though, that used to mean things were cool. That used to mean, like, things were, like, damn, like, that's a pimp move, dude. Like, people would say stuff like that, I guess. Maybe no one's ever said that. Maybe my memory's crazy. But so the definition of doing a push gainer off of a ledge that's mostly horizontal is so cool. It is a pimp flip. It's a pimp flip. It's the coolest flip. All right, guys, let's begin Take Your Life. And maybe I'll if you want to watch this video yourself, I'm gonna put a link in the description of this video, the one I'm making, so you don't have to get flagged by YouTube because they think that you want to take your life, which you don't. Onward. What an epic start. Is that Florence and the Machine? Who's this lady? That WFPF, very in vogue back then. Also, why is Adidas listed in this? You guys sponsored by Adidas? And what's that move? Might have been the name of their collective back then. That's actually a good question. Maybe I Googled that after. I gotta find out now. You guys can find out the next video, I suppose. Such an epic start to this video. Like, you know, it's hard to perfectly use your B-roll in a way that doesn't feel like it completely slows down the video. And by the time this video came out, we're already big Pasha fans. Seeing the Red Bull hat on him, seeing Pasha win like that, like he was a new Red Bull athlete around this time. So fucking stoked for him, dude. One of the most deserving athletes to have ever become like a Red Bull athlete. And that's not to say anyone doesn't. This wall flip with the hand on the rail, delicious spot usage. Rolls directly into a roll. And that's the easiest pip flip ever. There's no wide shot. That's the wide shot. They don't even use the wide shot. Literally the steez. Look at. So this must be. Let's look at his reach. So 1 foot. 2 foot. He's maybe extending 5 feet. We'll say he's extending 5 feet, and his hand looks to be maybe 4 feet. Dude, did I just eyeball feet? I'm so bad at actually eyeballing measurements. But the amount of time he spends in the air and the axis he hits. Wow. Look at that. It's basically cork 3. Gabe would say, I just want to hope that it's on a backflip. That it's an off-axis back. I don't know. I'm weird. And here's the thing, guys. These booty rolls, these action rolls, did not happen very often back then. And Pasha made it work so nice. I don't know, just the way he used the momentum. Very nice. I wouldn't take that away from the landing. Is that prejudice, or is there actually some kind of je ne sais quoi there? And is this Artem? I hope this is Artem. Let's find out. Oh, it's a bunch of fucking Russian. Pasha, Artem, Renat. This guy was also like a secret Russian legend, which congratulations, you know that now. Renat. There's his Facebook right there. Or VK. That was like the Russian Facebook, right? I think that's Renat here. He was steezy too. It's like, how many of these people existed in Russia and were just completely undocumented? Like, there seems to be so many like steez lords. Double Kong clear. He doesn't do a double Kong in this line, does he? Yes, he does. Run that whole thing back. Kong clear. Keeps running. massive dash, and double Kong punch front. Like, oh, it's a fucking Sukahara. Imagine putting all of those tricks together in a line, or imagine all those tricks, and then imagine where you would put those into a line. Probably some kind of crazy like waterfall setup, some sort of downwards slope to it. He's doing it across a bunch of stone walls in this ruins? Like, what is this place? Some sort of memory of a past civilization? And he's taking this old ass place. Maybe it's not even that old. That hurdle dash was huge. I hate doing dashes. I love parkour. I hate doing dashes. Not a fan. If I could take one move in parkour and throw it away, erase it from existence, it's not the coffee grinder, I guess. It's not the thing where they go for a castaway on a ledge and then they just actually hump and run away. Don't like those. It's not the booty roll. It's the dash. Because here's the thing. I'm not doing a thread the needle, a coffee grinder, an empty ledge hump these days. I'm not doing very many booty rolls. I will do a dash just to prove to myself I can. Or I'm in like a class of origins and our task is to do a dash, which is pretty much the only time I do it. I hate doing them. I feel like I'm gonna break my elbows. Like, I know you bend your arms and it's if you make your hand sideways, you risk stiff arming it, right? That's why we say that. Is his hand sideways? But he hit a good angle. He's got a good like bend to his elbow. Maybe that's more important. Anyway, all that's to say, huge hurdle dash. Oh, yeah, I would erase dashes from existence. However, I think a big gap and hurdle into a dash or a plyo dash, very impressive. And I'm impressed by dash freeze, sure. And this fucking Sukahara is so unexpected. And that's a very low wall, actually. Pretty low wall for a Suk. This it's like, what? He did a big speed fall. He did David Bell. More Zeoliv. It's his channel, right? Oh, is that Pasha? No, that's Alexander. Antic. Here we go. Or no, not Antic. Fuck, Artem. The first gargoyle gainer. He spins twice on... This is your first... Okay, picture this. It's your first time watching the video. He spins twice on this ledge. And you're like, what's he gonna do? A gainer? Like some kind of side gainer off of it, maybe? What's that position? He's perched. Blew into the mic. He just perched on that ledge for thousands of years. Like some sort of stone goyle. Lifted his leg magically and gained. See that again. This was the first time we had ever seen a gargoyle gainer. Me, the colloquial we, the proverbial words. First time we'd ever seen a gargoyle gainer. Fascinating. And Pasha's, so this flip, front flip, really, okay, what I'm actually going to talk about here. This flip. I was joking when I said the front flip, and then I got lost as I was saying that sentence. This gainer, or backflip, you're doing basically like a seated gainer, or like a, I don't even know really the word for it. Like it's a pistol squat. It's a one leg pistol gainer off a ledge. Very difficult with your inside hand holding the ledge. I really struggled with learning these. It was really hard to not leave my hand there for an awkward amount of time. And my body would just like contort in really weird ways trying this. So that makes it really impressive the way that Pasha puts it into this line. Like, just so, like, naturally. Like, of course he would have done that there. And really nice use of, like, kind of a scoop full. Just the way he squats into it. I don't know, man. Like, he just made any trick look nice. This is a hang cast. Worm drop lay. Hang cast lay. That looks like Vancouver. Are we in Vancouver? That's crazy. This looks like Vancouver. That's trippy. Maybe a lot of places in the world look like that. Looks like you're seeing North Van. Anyway, that's where not. Yes, big tree splat back in the day. Let's go. He's so aggressive, and he gets up here and he does a roll to backflip. Oh, and the way the camera zooms out too, just to show the height. And precision to this egg, this ball. Oh, and this spot is where Pasha did his banger art of motion submission. Maybe the best line of all time, in my opinion. That's a heavy take too. I don't know, something about it. Damn, and they're on the fucking huge running splats. They're very trendy these days. 2025 splats are very trendy. This is a steezy line. The flow to it. This encapsulates the Pasha that people knew and loved back then. And even there's a mild stutter there. I would even call it a stutter though. He just replaces himself steezily. Watch that line again. Like, just the way one flip leads into the next. And every flip is different for each context. I don't know. Does that make sense? There's just something delicious about the way that he did it back then, man. And still does, honestly. So steezy the way that his foot carries around on this roll to handspring. Oh, he's got such good body knowledge. Great con gainer and kind of casted on that. Would you call that a cast con gainer? Oh, I paused at a weird time there. He kind of dives. That's kind of a dive con gainer or a dive cast con gainer. Oh, yes, and the beach. Dude, the way these guys threw down at the beach made you think you could just do anything into the sand. And then you show up to a sandy session with the boys and you're like, I can front flip and side flip. Something about the way that they hit that sand, man. Woof. Yeah, and they just trash a whole bunch of clips at the end, but like all of these are like, they could have made it, they could have dwelled on all of these clips a lot longer at the end, but there is something to the way that they put it all together, which is, I guess I just said that about Pasha too. Wow, and that looks like North Van, dude. So that was the two banger Russian videos, and Russian or Latvian. We would just call them Russian back then. Those were the two Russian videos of 2012, 2013, a two-parter series, a two-parter limited series that was just so mind-blowing when it came out. And the videos still stand up today. They're still delicious watches. And there's a lot of inspiration that carried through to today. People are still doing gargoyle gainers. People are doing gargoyle gainers with their feet on flat walls now. Just because Artem found this one context to do this one. And if there was a gargoyle gainer before that, sorry. But for me, that was the first time I ever saw that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching that. And for this one, I should definitely, in the description of this video, put the link to that. And if you made it this far, thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bang. I wasn't recording.